I tried to share. I really thought I could get along and we could just share everything, the villagers and I. We didn't have to, turn to capitalism and make lots of profit or anything like that, but sharing has not been working. Today we are turning to capitalism, elites. Welcome back to the Minecraft Guide, episode number 49. Today is the final day before the world tour. In the last episode, we built a zombie farm. The zombie farm is amazing. It works really, really well. It's way over here. Now, the zombie farm has already provided me with quite a bit of rotten flesh, and as I start to actually use it more, I'm going to get even more rotten flesh. What can we do with rotten flesh? Well, of course, we can sell them to the cleric villagers for emeralds, which is the big goal today. But before we can do that, we actually need to make an entrance and decorate the zombie farm room. So, the zombie farm, let's go actually back over here, lots of back and forth, but the zombie farm is actually located pretty much right below this river. If we were to dig straight down from like that area over there where the crosshairs is, we would hit the zombie farm. Now, with it being under the river, that means, unfortunately, we can't really just plop a building on the ground right above it and say that's good. Plus, this is sort of out of the way. The wheat field is sort of cutting things off that way, and then over here we have Sandy's place, but I don't really want to put a road around Sandy's tower. The tower was meant to be a little more isolated on its own. So, that means that we're going to have to make our entrance somewhere else. I think that we could build our entrance actually right over here. So I took a look at the coordinates. The center of the zombie farm room is lined up at -44. We are also currently lined up at -44. The plan here is to add basically a drop here that'll be sort of like a pipe in a way, and then at the bottom of the drop we'll add a hallway. The hallway is meant to look like a high-tech sewer, for lack of a better word. Yeah, we're going with a high-tech sewer. So we're also loaded with iron blocks. Take a look at those. We're gonna definitely use iron in today's build, and we will also use lots of stone and gray blocks. Now, the plan here to accomplish this is going to be a lot of digging. I have an idea here. So, we could do like a full iron tube, but that would get really expensive. So, instead of that, let's go ahead and skip the corners and do iron going down the middle of each and every side. So, if I go ahead and dig ahead a little bit, if we place the iron like I'm thinking, which I think I will, that means we end up with something that looks like this. It looks pretty cool, but definitely needs a little bit more. To turn this into a circle, we can actually remove the other blocks on these flat sides with the iron in the middle to make this whole thing into a circle tube that will go all the way down to Y24. That is our number. We're at Y60 right now, so we have a long ways to go. Then on some of the sides, one of the sides somewhere, we'll do a bubble column to get right back up to the surface. So this will be a drop, and then we'll have a bubble column maybe like over here or back here to get right back up. Now, this can easily be connected up to the path over here. We'll just copy this path, have it run right over there, and we'll actually have crazy easy access to the zombie farm from the main part of our base, which is something that I really like the sounds of. I'd also like to maybe split off of the central tunnel that we're going to dig and go over to the village as well. Maybe. I'm not too sure about that. But I don't know. If we're going to be using the zombie farm for rotten flesh, and then we're going to turn the rotten flesh into emeralds, it would sort of just make sense to connect things up to the village as well. So I guess we'll sort of see. Now, in here, we're going to do something fancy. Instead of this just going straight down all the way, I think we should do sections of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right here, we actually go right across and all the way around this thing. So that means we end up with something that looks like this right here, but these walls would be continued all the way up, and I'll probably swap the dirt for stone. I do plan on leaving these walls natural, so whatever's on the wall will stay. I think that'll look a little bit better, and then the iron will basically be holding the walls back. Now, to prevent spawns from happening on these parts, I think we could do lanterns every once in a while. If I put one lantern there, would I be okay over here? We have a 9, and we have a 9. That is the furthest point from that lantern, so we are definitely going to be good. If I put one lantern on each and every layer, that'll do. So, I'm kind of stuck down here. I can't get out, so I think I have a lot of digging to do. I need to dig this all the way down, again, to Y24 before I can consider even doing anything else. So, wish me luck. We're going to dig a lot now, and I will be back very soon, elites. Very soon. And I'd like to say, if you're worried about me being trapped down here, well, that's kind of you, but come on. I mean, It's me. I'm gonna live. I will be okay, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. I can count like crazy. I'm definitely gonna be good. Oh, interesting. This is highly dangerous, though. Yeah, there's a cave down here, and if I dig the floor out, I am going to fall into that cave. So, I think we could go ahead and go this way, maybe, and just sneakily get in here, take all these guys out. Creeper, stay away from me. Yep, you're gonna stay far away. And I should probably make some more torches. Let's check this cave out. This is interesting. This is right down below our base. And oh, this is going to be a big cave too. It looks like. Zombies. You can go away. Nice. You go. No. Aha. Yeah. Very, very interesting. This is a big cave that I have never seen. I'm going to have to come back and light all this up. Get the loot out of it. That's actually kind of cool. That's a good find. Oh, wait, I have found it. I just never finished caving it out. Look at this. The torches just ended right there. I didn't put those torches, and weird loading problem over there. Interesting. But yeah, no, this is actually an old cave, just one that I never finished exploring. Cool. And here we are at Y24, finally, after a little bit of digging. Now, this area looks really, really cool. I love how that turned out. It looks like a skyscraper. So, now that we're on Y24, though, I need to dig all the way over to the zombie spawner room, which is far, but it's also not far. It should be approximately 100 blocks from this point right here in a directly straight line, which makes things really, really easy. Now, at some point, I'm gonna need to make a chest because the inventory is full. That some point might be very soon here. But, yeah, now I gotta make a tunnel going in a straight line that way. Now, this tunnel will eventually be a 3x3 tunnel, but to start, I'm gonna go ahead and just do a simple 1x2 one. And lots of caves under here. This is kind of a good find. I gotta light these up. Okay, so I'm hearing zombies. I highly doubt that they're the zombies from my farm. They're probably in another... Oh. Okay, never mind. We're here. Wow, that is amazing. So it is these guys because they're holding rotten flesh. Huh, interesting. Okay, so, unfortunate news that I have to present to you right here. It's, unfortunately time for us to hold a funeral. We will make a tribute somewhere, but... behind here, if you saw the last episode, you will know that we had a dear friend, a special friend, somebody who was very cool and rare, and, the friend has gone away. I think the friend went off to the farm. I don't know where the friend really went, so we're gonna say the friend went off to a farm far away, which is very sad. Yeah, we'll have to make some sort of tribute somewhere in here. Look at this shovel. This shovel is OP. Or maybe it's the farm. Yeah, that would make more sense. But anyways, we have our tunnel connecting there to here. So, the next step is definitely making a chest for some random materials. So, we'll go ahead and just make a random one and throw it right here. And then, I need to dig in this tunnel a whole lot more. This area, as I mentioned earlier, needs to be 3x3. So... I've got a lot more blocks to dig. Thankfully, though, we will be repurposing these blocks, or at least some of them, into today's build to make it look really, really cool. So all of the digging will definitely be worth it, but I do have quite a bit more digging to do. I will definitely be back soon. Okay, so here's the big plan. Over here is a dropper. Now in this dropping area, the iron blocks will definitely continue downwards. At the bottom of this dropping area, we will absolutely put a bunch of water in here because otherwise we would fall and hit the ground and that would be bad. And we also, unfortunately, still don't have slime blocks, or at least we don't have a lot of slime blocks. We'll have to change that soon. So the water goes all the way back into there, over here, just, you know, non-flowing water. The iron will continue straight down. Now, initially, I wanted to use iron in these hallways, like in the wall or something, maybe going up and wrapping around, I don't know, but take a look at this. We use like 3 stacks of iron blocks on that dropping area. I have a lot of iron blocks left, but not as much as I would like. So, we're done with the iron blocks, unfortunately, which means we need to try out different gray blocks. First off, we of course have andesite. I'm thinking what if we took maybe 2 staircases and then we just made a bunch of blocks and said, how could we do this? Because if we go out, then we get really small in there. So we'll have to sink everything that we do into the wall. So let's say we start right here with maybe andesite like that, and then we can do staircase curving up, staircase right there, and then the same thing over here, andesite in the walls. I think that'll look good on a large scale, and then we can do sections of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then we would do the same trick. So andesite over here, andesite right in the wall over here, right there. On the ceiling here, we'll probably want some slabs as well. So maybe on the entrance one, we do that. I think that'll look good. And then on all of the other ones, to preserve the arch, we could do that like that. I think that'll look good on a large scale, and it's definitely gray still. Then up here, we could just basically repeat the andesite. Not a big deal. Now, in between each section, I think we're going to need to get a little fancier on the walls. So what if we dig all of these out and then make maybe a bunch of stone staircases, and say stone stairs on the bottom, stone stairs on the top, and then everything else is stone in between. So that's stone, and then up here this should probably be andesite. So andesite in here as well. I think that would look good. We could maybe even come back with some smooth stone. That might look cool because the color is very samey right now. Now on the floor, I know for certain that I want to do this. So if we dig these 2 sections out, we could lay basically staircases, like a lot of staircases going all the way down just like this. But this isn't for depth. This is actually, oh wait, this one comes out and no, I'm good over there. This isn't for depth. This is actually for waterlogging. So where's more water? I'm gonna have to go all the way down there. Alright, so we end up with the water in there, and then the water will actually continue downwards this way. I think that would look really, really cool. Now, in here, I'm sort of going for a sewer feel, but not really like an overgrown, worn-out, nasty sewer. Like some sort of high-tech, fancy sewer. In here for lighting, for now, until we have sea lanterns, we can do that. We can do a lantern right in the ceiling. I think that should look good. Now, yes, this build is going to look very, very gray, but that's sort of the point. Like I was just saying, I'm going for some sort of sewer feel. I don't really want things to look too like interesting. This is really just a hallway to cut us over to the zombie farm anyways, so no need to get too crazy here and too fancy, but I think that is probably gonna be the thing that we do in here. I think with the staircases on the sides and then the water on the ground going all the way over there, and then we can get rid of these. That is probably gonna look pretty cool, I think. And then maybe over here we do a staircase as well. That probably looks a little bit better, but yeah, that's, I think, what the plan is going to be. So now, again, today is a day that is done in steps. I have a lot more building to do, and it's actually nighttime. You can tell by the coloration on the iron blocks at the end. But yeah, we're going to go back here, take a little bit of a nap, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that whole tunnel in that design. But one more thing before I go ahead and finish everything up. We need an exit down here, so I'm thinking maybe the exit on the first one, so we could just go like this. We could actually leave that one there. We make like a hallway over this way, and then if this ends up being right below the house, that would be perfect, because I'd love to do a bubble column going all the way up into our starter house. So I'm going to go ahead and write these coordinates down, get back up to the surface at some point, and see what I can do, because if I could do that, that would be amazing. But time for me to do a lot of building. I had to go and switch it up on you guys. I just had to. The tunnel was way too gray, so I decided to come in here with a green wool stripe. We do have an amazing wool farm after all, so I figured this would be the perfect touch inside of this tunnel. Now, I think eventually we actually might start adding more of these tunnels around our base, around our town, around our city. I don't know though for sure, but if we do, we can color code each tunnel. The green is the zombie because, I mean, well, zombies are green. Now at the end here, we have this one awkward segment. I don't know, I did the best that I could here. I think it looks okay though, but now this room. So, we need to, of course, make this room look a whole lot better. Now, green wool is nice, but you know what's nicer? Green terracotta, because the texture on it is so good. So, I think what we could do is use green terracotta as an accent in here, and iron blocks as a support. So, over here, excuse me, my guy, you're gonna have to go away, and, well, you know what? Let's actually leave that there. Sorry, zombie, you could have lived all along. Then, actually over here, we could start the iron. So, we'll do iron pillar going up and then wrapping around. It should go up to, let's see, we could go 4 up, and then on the 5th one right here, we turn. And then up here, we go up 1 more, and then we just do a bunch more iron. Now, I just came from the iron farm, actually. We have a lot more iron. Almost a whole nother double chest full of iron. I mean, poppies are in there too, but yeah, we have a lot more iron. So, if I need more for this room, then I can easily go ahead and get more. Now, let's see, we have 1 there, then what if we went maybe 3? 3 would go right there, then another 3 goes right there, and then we have 2. Which is actually just like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom, that'll be good. And then in this corner, maybe we just do mossy cobblestone going all the way up. That might look good, and then we can just replicate it over there. Then on this back wall, we could either do a bunch of green terracotta, or we could go ahead and do something a little more simple. See, I was thinking that, honestly, maybe a wall of planks, like spruce planks, would look pretty good in this build because of the colors that we're working with, so I guess we'll sort of have to see. Now, the green terracotta that I was talking about earlier on, that will all go in here. This whole wall will just be green terracotta. It'll be pretty minimal, but I think it'll look really good in here. The focus is the zombie farm, after all. We don't need to go crazy with the details. Now, on the floor, I know, maybe. Well, I guess I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but I think dark oak would look pretty good. So if we did dark oak planks all over this whole floor, again, maybe keeping things pretty minimal, we could come back in here and add a rug, but I think a plane is just going to be the way to go with this build. Now, the only thing that I'm sort of unsure about is this. Do the planks just go right up to here? Maybe I should grab, like, staircases or something and do staircases in there to help that border out, because otherwise that might look a little too weird, a little too harsh. By the way, I am stacked in terms of stuff from this farm. That's pretty crazy. Now, the entrance, this whole thing, I think just to keep things matching here, because if we do this right here, then we'll have 2 going there. So on the whole entrance, we'll just do a bunch of iron blocks. Oh boy, that is expensive, but you know what? We have a crazy iron farm. We might as well flex if we can. So we'll go ahead and do that there, and then this will all get removed. And on the ceiling, I'm thinking spruce slabs. So there'll be quite a bit of wood in this build, but hey, I think it'll work, and I think it'll be okay. And here, maybe stone. Stone can probably stay right there. That should look okay, and, you know, honestly, that should look more than okay. It should look perfect. Oh, in this random low area, this can actually all be blocked off now. I don't really need this for anything, and I think I actually have an access down to that area from the cave anyways, so this is now officially gone. Or it will be. Ooh, or, you know what? To, match the floor tones, instead of stone in there, let's use some spruce logs. We'll do spruce log, going right along the top there. That'll just sort of be like molding on the ceiling. It'll bring this tone up there, which I think will look really nice. I'm getting pretty fancy here, actually. We're gonna go ahead and do a giant arch on this wall. That will look really good. Just like that. And then on the rest of the wall, we could either do more green terracotta. That would look pretty good. I have plenty of terracotta. I have the dye back over at the storage room. Or we could do the plank idea, which might look pretty good as well. Just kind of unsure because we have planks on the ground. So, oh, you know what? Never mind. Mossy cobblestone and cobblestone. Okay, the whole build is coming together, everybody. This is amazing. I'm super happy with where it's going. So, nice. And by the way, I decided to do the wood in the corner. I think that actually looks really cool in there. So, that's gonna stay. Don't know what I'm gonna do with the ceiling up there, though. One more fancy time teleport, time jump later, and we're at this point in the build. The thing looks beautiful in my humble opinion, but of course I'm biased. I built the build, but I don't know. I'm really happy with this arch in particular. I mean, guys, I'm obsessed with arches, and that's a nice arch. It makes the iron blocks look really good in here, and the room, I think the tones just work really well. I have the dark floor, and then the dark molding up there, the wood ceiling, which kind of goes along with this, definitely goes along with that though. And then on the floor, I actually had to use spruce logs instead of stripped dark oak ones, because look at this, the color difference. I always forget this. Stripped dark oak logs match spruce planks instead of this stuff, of course, because yeah, that makes sense, but I don't know. I have no clue. So I went ahead and put spruce wood on the floor, dark oak logs, staircases, and then a little bit of buttons around the edge too, just to add a little bit of depth, detail to the floor, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Now, I have to be... Oh, wait, hold on. We have one sad thing right here. This right here is the Nugget. Nugget was our friend that we lost, and Nugget will always be remembered right there. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm in shock to say the least about that one. Very hurt about it. So Nugget will live there, and I put a clock over here so we always know if it's nighttime or daytime. Extra chest, extra furnace, stone cutter, crafting table, anvil, you know, that kind of stuff. And then of course a bed as well. This is for all of the tools that we have. We're definitely going to need another chest. And then this is for all of the rotten flesh. Now, I don't know. If you look at the clock right now, it looks like it's about to be capitalism time, so we're gonna go ahead and leave this zombie farm as it is right now and talk about money, because I've only been thinking about profits today, so we have to leave the zombie farm. Now, if I'm going to be 100% honest, in fact, shockingly honest, I've done a lot of digging today, elites, a lot of digging, and I don't know if I can take any more digging. So we're not going to connect the tunnel up to the village, but that will be a future project for sure. We definitely need the zombie tunnel to connect us up to over there. I also decided to not put this inside of the house because, I mean, right here, it wouldn't have even been in the house, and then if I were to move it over 5 blocks, so the middle of the next section, it would have been like right here in front of the fireplace or one over, so yep, didn't really work out. So this is what we have back here. Not a problem at all. Once I terraform more in here, this will definitely blend in, and then we have this giant dropper right there, which I did go ahead and terraform around the sides to remove some of the dirt because dirt's kind of ugly, no offense, and yeah, super pleased with it. I think it looks sweet when I jump down it. I don't know. I am really, really pleased with this, and I can't wait to build more tunnels. Like, being 100% honest, I'm thinking maybe connect this thing up to the spider farm for fun, definitely over to the village because that would make sense, but for now, that is that. We could maybe even connect it over to the storage building. Not that we would need to, though. Storage building is pretty close. Okay. Well, the village population has boomed, as you can see. The villagers are doing well, but it's a little late to force them into a new job, so we're gonna have to go ahead and wait for the daytime. In the meantime, we can definitely go ahead and craft 3 brewing stands, because why not? In a few minutes here, this will all be pure profit, which is going to be beautiful. But first, we'll have to steal some jobs. Oh, we don't even have to steal jobs. You clowns are trapped here. I don't know why this is happening, but we're gonna leave them trapped there for now. Sorry, buddies. And then at the dawn of the next workday, these workers will be set free to work at their brand new workstations, which will be left over here for now, just temporarily. I prom. Oh, hey, that's very nice. These will be left here for now, temporarily. Eventually, they will definitely be moved into buildings. For example, this one right here. I always wanted this to be a temple, so eventually that'll be a temple. But for now, I don't even know what's going on in the center of the town. We're going to just not look. We're going to look at the dancing golem over here that is trying to pathfind this way, I guess. Thank you. Doing your job. Oh hey, buddy, you have grabbed a job and you're trapped still. That's really cool. Now, should I force you to work at nighttime? Probably not. I'm gonna be nice. Usually I would care about the profits, but you may sleep. I will be nice to you today, but not on the next day, buddy. You can't get up that way. The villagers aren't very smart. My guy, you can walk right around this hay bale. You don't have to do it that way. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so this is the part of the episode that we have all been waiting for. The villagers are quickly moving over to their jobs, and it looks like we have another new cleric villager right here. So that is the old one from the yesterday end game, and then this is the brand new one. Both have the exact same trade. This trade is amazing for profit once you have a zombie farm, which we definitely do. So we're going to go ahead and focus in on one cleric here and work on leveling this cleric up. Eventually, once the cleric reaches a higher level, this guy will be able to sell us glowstone, which is amazing. Very, very amazing for sure. But unfortunately, ooh, that's going to take a long time to level you up. Well, that's going to be fine. We will just go one by one and level you up slowly. And eventually, this cleric villager will be the best cleric villager that has ever existed, basically. Now, this is actually a pretty big day. Hey, refill your trade, though. Go back to your workstation. Come on, go to work. Refill your trade. Okay, fine. Well, we'll trade with you instead, if you're not going to do it, dude. It should work and refill its trade. Alright, well, it's not cooperating. Villager number 2, not a big deal. We will trade with you too. This is actually a really big step in... Okay, of course. Of course, after I trade, you... Okay. Today is actually a pretty big day, because with the establishment of the zombie farm, we have infinite rotten flesh. Infinite rotten flesh can very easily be turned into pure profit, thanks to our villager village, which means mending books are going to get a whole lot easier to obtain now. I mean, not that we need them, we have a full mending set of tools other than the sword, but yeah, now we can easily farm emeralds, which makes buying literally anything a whole lot easier. Basically, absolutely wonderfully good news, but I don't know why I didn't grab the rotten flesh the first time. We're going to go ahead and sell the rest of my stock over to the villager for even more emeralds. We should be able to double our emeralds and maybe end up with maybe like 40 emeralds. That should be doable. And you know, if I'm being 100% honest, I really didn't realize how big and busy this town had gotten. Like, I mean, I knew I had a lot of villagers over here, but I didn't realize I had so many. There is quite a bit over here. Like, it's honestly kind of crazy in my opinion. I don't think I've ever built a village in Minecraft that is so big. This village is pretty... It's huge. It's got to have at least 20-something villagers, easily. Now, this villager's trade actually discounted because of the supply and demand cycle. Usually, when you're doing one trade a lot, it actually goes up in price. At least that's how it's meant to work. But I guess that's not how it worked this time. And I just saw your badge change. Did you level up? You weren't meant to level up, my guy. Oh, you leveled up even though you weren't meant to. I don't know how or why that happened, but I'm not going to complain at all. Would you take a look at that? We can now buy glowstone, but I didn't realize that was going to be the price, my guy. 3 emeralds for a piece of glowstone. You think I'm going to take that trade? Really? Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. So let's go ahead and, I guess, level you up a little bit more, just because we can, and then, oh, I thought we could. Well, I think that's going to be actually just about it for the purchasing, or the selling of rotten flesh and the collection of emeralds today. 44 emeralds, that is, that's pretty good. So our mending villager sells mending books for a total of 12 emeralds, which means we can buy 3 more mending books from Sandy, which is really, really nice. But that is actually going to be just about it for this episode of the Minecraft Guide, and just about it for the first 49 episodes of the series. Kind of a big deal. The next episode will definitely be a world tour episode, so keep your eyes out for that. In that episode, I will be providing a world download as well, which should be pretty cool. The seed has actually already been revealed on episode 10, so if you're looking for that seed, go back to episode 10. In fact, I'll try and remember to leave it on the end card so you can get it nice and easily. There also might be another stream in between now and then, so make sure you check out my Twitch and drop a follow if you haven't done that quite yet, because it is really, really fun. I have some big plans for the next stream, so yeah, don't miss it. Anyways, though, thank you all very, very much for watching. My name is Wattles. Like, subscribe, comment, and today I'd like to send a big thank you to my patron, Stoffy. Thank you very much for the support, and I will see you all in the next episode, the world tour, the next video. Until next time, everybody, goodbye. Stay cool.